Welcome to Lutron's How-To series. In this segment, we'll show you how to install a dimmer in a three-way application. In this application, two switches control a single light or a group of lights. For example, if you have a light in a hallway or staircase that can be controlled by a switch at either end, you have a three-way application. To dim from one location and turn the lights on and off from the other, you'll need one three-way dimmer and one three-way switch. If you want to dim from both locations, please refer to our multi-location dimmer video for more information on this application and its installation. To install the dimmer, you'll need the mounting hardware and wire connectors that came with your dimmer, as well as a Phillips head screwdriver and a roll of electrical tape to tag wires. You may also need a flathead screwdriver to remove your existing switches, as well as wire cutters, wire strippers, and pliers. If your dimmer came with a wall plate attached to it, carefully remove the wall plate by grasping the top and pulling it forward. If you purchased your wall plate separately, carefully pull the front and back pieces of the wall plate apart. A trick you might find useful is to attach the back piece, called the wall plate adapter, to your dimmer before installing it. This helps ensure a straight, clean installation, but you can also attach the wall plate adapter after installing your dimmer. Before you begin, turn your power off at the breaker. Test the switches you'll be removing to make sure the power is cut off before continuing. Start in the location where you'll be installing your three-way dimmer and make sure you have your roll of electrical tape handy. Remove the screws mounting your existing wall plate and switch, and carefully pull the switch away from the wall. Take note of the number of screws on the switch. You should have 3 screws, plus a 4th ground screw or wire. You might find a bundle of white wires in the back of the wall box. You won't be using these wires, so you can leave them in place. You'll find a green wire or screw connected to a green or bare copper wire inside your wall box. This is your ground wire. You will also find 3 wires from your wall box, each connected to a screw on your switch. One of the wires is connected to a screw of a different color or is labeled common. This screw isn't green, so be sure you don't confuse it with your ground wire. Tag this wire with a piece of electrical tape to identify it when wiring. Then disconnect all wires by using your screwdriver to loosen the screws and detach the wires. If your ground on the switch is a green wire instead of a screw, untwist the cap connecting it to the wall box and disconnect it from the other wire. To install your three-way dimmer, first connect your green ground wire from your dimmer to the ground wire in the wall box using one of the wire connectors included with your dimmer. Connect the wires by twisting the ends together clockwise and capping them with the wire connector. Connect the 2 wires by twisting the ends together clockwise and capping them using a wire connector that was included with your dimmer. Twist tightly in the same way you would screw a lid onto a tube of toothpaste. Make sure you don't leave any bare wire exposed. If there is bare wire exposed, unscrew the wire connector and remove the wires, trim the ends of the wires with wire cutters, and then recap the wires. Next, connect the black dimmer wire to your tagged common wire and then remove the tape. You will have 2 remaining red dimmer wires. Connect each one separately to a remaining wire in your wall box. Note, if you're installing an EcoDim dimmer, you'll have 1 red and white wire and 1 red wire. They attach the same way as you'd attach 2 red wires. Then use your Phillips head screwdriver to mount your dimmer to the wall with the provided screws. If you didn't attach your wall plate adapter before installation, place it over the dimmer using the provided screws, making sure that it's level before securing it. Then, snap the front of the wall plate into place. If you're using your original wall plate, put it back on the way you took it off. Now you can turn the power back on at the breaker, and you'll be able to dim your lights from one location and turn them on and off from the other. Remember, if you have any questions about installing your dimmer, please call Lutron's technical support at 1-800-523-9466. Technical support staff are available to help you with any installation question 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.